what I needed.
Venom, The Last Dance earns its title for a compelling reason. Tom Hardy's portrayal of Eddie Brock Toro, Venom, appears to be reaching its conclusion, but this doesn't signify the end of the entire Sony Spider-Man universe. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. If you haven't watched the movie yet, then be careful, because there will be spoilers. This third installment delivers a thrilling and emotional finale to the trilogy, while paving the way for a darker, more epic journey ahead for the lethal Protector. With the premiere of Venom, The Last Dance, let's find happened at the end of the movie and explore the implications of its ending for the future of the franchise.
Hey, buddy.
Eddie, the time has come.
Venom's Sacrifice. The marketing for Venom 3, along with its title, has deliberately highlighted the impending fate of either Eddie or Venom in The Last Dance, ultimately leading to the symbiote's heroic sacrifice. The film reaches its peak as Venom, alongside a group of new symbiotes, and Earth's forces, led by Chiwetel Ejiofor's Rex Strickland, faces off against Knull's terrifying xenophages, who wreak havoc on the symbiotes, leaving Venom as the sole survivor. In a desperate move, Venom absorbs the xenophages and makes his way to a conveniently located vat of acid, intending to eliminate both himself and the alien threats. Just before the final act, the symbiote pushes Eddie away, allowing Strickland to use his authority to release the acid onto them. Venom shields Eddie with a steel door, but ultimately meets his end when Strickland destroys the facility. In a poignant farewell, the symbiote tells Eddie, "Bye for now," hinting at his hope for a future reunion, even in his final moments.
There has to be a reason they're after us.
What is the Codex? Null's escape plan hinges on his ability to access the Codex, a powerful entity formed when a symbiote saves its host, merging their life forces. This pivotal moment occurred in Venom's storyline when Eddie was mortally wounded by Riot, prompting the symbiote to bond with him and bring him back to life. At that critical juncture, Venom was prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice, earning the title of Lethal Protector, a name that would resonate significantly in the conclusion of The Last Dance. The exact reason the Codex is crucial for Null's escape in the film remains somewhat ambiguous. However, his imprisonment continues after Venom triumphs over the xenophages and makes a selfless sacrifice, which infuriates Null. This scenario implies that the Codex may have been destroyed, despite Null's ominous threats of vengeance against the universe. In the realm of Marvel Comics, the concept of the Codex takes on a fascinating complexity, potentially shedding light on deeper mysteries. Instead of being formed through the connection between a host and a symbiote, the Codex represents a remnant of a symbiote that lingers within the host's body even after their bond has ended. This Codex serves as a record of the host within the symbiote hive mind, acting as a gateway to a vast reservoir of knowledge about the hosts themselves. Moreover, within the comics, Eddie Brock managed to forge his own composite symbiote using codices that were gathered by the Maker, who sought to restore his own universe. This ability to create symbiotes and unlock their hidden secrets, along with other extraordinary powers, makes the Codex incredibly significant. Null recognized Venom's Codex as crucial for his escape, possibly viewing it as a means to exert control over the hive mind and amplify his own strength.
What's his name then?
No!
What happened to Eddie? Eddie emerges from the climactic battle with injuries but ultimately survives, awakening in a hospital room. There, he learns that his criminal record has been wiped clean, and he has received the heartfelt thanks of a grateful nation. However, the general warns him that he must keep the details of the events under wraps, or he risks being imprisoned in the coldest, darkest hole imaginable. What lies ahead? The Last Dance emphasizes Eddie's potential as a father, which ties into his comic book storyline featuring his son, Dylan Brock. With his life now stable and his past cleared, he can finally pursue that narrative. Unfortunately, this journey won't include Anne Wang, his love interest from the first film, as Let There Be, Carnage revealed her engagement to Dan Lewis. Tom Hardy has expressed a strong interest in crossing paths with Spider-Man. Whether this will happen given the current Marvel rights situation between Sony and Disney is uncertain, but it certainly seems worth exploring. Hardy has also dismissed speculation about his involvement in Spider-Man 4, yet the conclusion of the Venom trilogy doesn't feel like a definitive end.
I will annihilate your world.
What happened to Null? When Venom makes the ultimate sacrifice to protect Eddie and eliminate the Xenophages, he foils Null's scheme to break free and conquer the universe. Although he remains confined in his prison, he inexplicably feels the annihilation of the Codex, likely due to his link with the hive mind. However, his absence won't last for long. Null is being positioned as a formidable threat on par with Thanos within Sony's Spider-Man universe, even in the wake of Venom's demise and the symbiote slaughter. The specifics of how this will unfold remain uncertain. However, there's a chance that Null could make his way into the MCU, given his ability to traverse multiverses.
Symbiotes didn't come here by accident. They were running.
Agony might be key character in future projects. At the climax of The Last Dance, Strickland meets his tragic end when he detonates a grenade, resulting in a catastrophic explosion that leaves few alive. Dr. Payne narrowly escapes the blast, but is momentarily sidetracked by a fallen ally. In a decisive moment, she breaks open the vial containing the last symbiote. By merging with the pink symbiote, she gains incredible powers of lightning and super speed, enabling her to rescue her friend. In the comic universe, Dr. Payne connects with Agony, one of 5 symbiotes developed by the Life Foundation as a superhuman defense against Venom's seeds. She merges with Leslie Gesneria, a security guard, acquiring the standard abilities of a symbiote, plus the unique power to spit acid. With Kelly Marcel hinting at more symbiote narratives, it seems plausible that Sony intends to reintroduce Agony and Temple, potentially in connection with the Null storyline. Could Agony emerge as Sony's new contender to fill the void left by Venom? While she certainly has a tough act to follow, especially with Tom Hardy's departure being a significant setback for Sony, the upcoming symbiote projects leading to Null will undoubtedly require a central character.
We have something he needs.
Is there a post-credit scene? Venom. The Last Dance features 2 post-credit scenes. The first one takes us back to Null's prison, where he grapples with his recent defeat. Fueled by rage, he swears vengeance and outlines his next moves with a menacing declaration to the universe. With director Kelly Marcel hinting at more Null in the future, it seems likely that this powerful villain will soon break free to fulfill his ominous promise. If Sony manages to execute this well and finds a way to reintroduce Venom or even incorporate Spider-Man into their expanding universe, the King in Black storyline could evolve into an event on par with the Avengers. The second post-credit scene is a brief moment set amidst the wreckage of Area 51 following Strickland's explosion. Once the chaos subsides, we see Cristo Fernandez's bartender frantically calling out "Hola" in search of help. The camera then zooms in on a cockroach, cleverly referencing an earlier line from Dr. Payne about how only cockroaches would survive the government's destruction of Area 51. This cockroach curiously approaches the device that once held the Venom symbiote fragment, which was left in the bar earlier in the film. The device sparks, indicating it may be damaged, and whatever was inside could now be free. This clever nod to the cockroach's survival hints at the potential return of the Venom fragment, raising the question of whether it will bond with a new host. If Tom Hardy doesn't reprise his role after Venom, The Last Dance, there remains the intriguing possibility of Venom finding a different host. In the comics, several Marvel characters have been hosts to Venom, but we'll have to wait and see how this unfolds. So this was for today's folks. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
Where do you have to make a sacrifice?
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.